Hey kids, it's me, Teacher A. In this video, we're going to solve some rational equations. Okay, let's start. Let's have this first rational equation. Okay, so can you look closely? What do you notice? You have one rational expression on one side. You see it? Ito. Yeah? And you have another single rational expression on the other side. Yeah? Okay. So kapag ganyan ang itsura ng rational equation ninyo, sobrang dali lang yan i-solve. Alright? Let's do it. Okay. Before we solve this rational equation, eto muna yung advice ko sa inyo. Okay? Titingnan nyo muna yung mga denominators. Okay? Nakikita nyo? So let me list here. Okay, meron kayong 5x na denominator. Nasaan pa yung isa? Ito, 3x plus 2. Diba? Yan yung mga denominators nyo. Okay, make sure na hindi sila magzi-zero. Okay? Because kapag nag-zero ang denominator, magiging undefined yan. Okay? So, i-restrict lang natin yung 5x cannot be 0 and 3x plus 2 hindi rin siya pwedeng mag-zero. Tapos, itatry natin i-solve si x. Okay? Like ordinary equation. Kunyari, ito. How do we solve for x here? Okay? We divide both sides by 5. And what do you get? What is 0 divided by 5? You get 0. Okay? So, bawal mag-zero si x. What about here? Okay? So, you have 3x. Okay? This should not be equal to transpose this to the other side, what do you get? You'll get negative 2. Okay? So, divide both sides by 3. Okay? You will be having x cannot be negative 2/3. Okay? So, yan ang mga bawal na values ni x. Bawal siyang mag-0 at bawal siyang mag-negative 2/3. Okay? Why? Because they will make the denominators 0. Okay? So, yun, kasi magsosolve tayo ng x dito. Kapag ang nakuha ninyong sagot ay x equals 0 or x equals negative 2/3, bawal yun. Okay? Extraneous solution ang tawag doon. Okay? Okay, so let's solve this rational equation. So, I'm going to teach you two methods on how to solve this kind of rational equation. What do I mean by this kind of rational equation? May isang rational expression sa side na ito, isa lang yan. Ito. Okay? And then, may isa lang ding rational expression on the other side. Okay, mag-start tayo dun sa very handy method, yung pinakamadali at pinaka-convenient gamitin. Okay? So, let's call it method 1. Okay? Yung first method at pinakamadaling method on how to deal this kind of rational equation ay yung tinatawag na cross multiplication. Okay? So, paano ginagawa ang cross multiplication? Ganito. Ito, i-multiply nyo doon. Okay? And then ito, i-multiply nyo naman dito. Okay? So, what do we have? Okay? 3 times 3x plus 2, okay, equals 2 times 5x. And then, we distribute 3 times 3x, what do you get? 9x. 3 times 2, what do you get? 6. Okay? And then, dito sa kabilang side, 2 times 5x, you will get 10x. Okay? And then, since ang pinakamataas na degree ng x na nakikita ninyo ay 1, so this one is a linear equation. Okay, how do we solve a linear equation? I-isolate lang ninyo, okay, yung may mga x. Okay, tapos yung wala namang x sa kabilang side of the equation. So, saang side natin ilalagay yung mga terms na may x? Okay. Actually, the answer is kahit saan. Kahit saang side. Pili lang kayo. Pero ako, ang ginagawa ko, tinitingnan ko kung nasaang side yung may pinakamataas na coefficient ng x. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Okay? Para ma-avoid ko ang negative coefficient. Ano bang meron tayo dito? We have 9x at saka 10x. So, sino mas malaki? Si 10x. So, dun ko ilalagay lahat ng mga terms na may x. So, stay dito si 10x, tapos yung 9x, ito yung ililipat ko. Okay? So, we are going to have negative 9x. Okay? Magbabago yung sign. Tapos yung constant na 6, dito siya. Alright? And then, if we continue, what is 10x minus 9x? It's x. And then, we get the value of x. That's 6. Okay? Actually, ito na talaga ang value ng x. Kahit hindi pa tayo nag-checking. Okay? Why? Kasi hindi naman siya, hindi naman siya 0 at saka hindi naman siya negative 2/3. So, pwedeng-pwede ang x equals 6. Okay? Pero for completeness purposes, let's do the checking. So, this is how you do the checking. Okay? Isa-substitute lang ninyo. Okay? Checking at x equals 6. Okay? So, titingin kayo dito sa original na equation, dun sa binigay. Okay? Lahat ng x dyan, papalitan nyo ng 6. Okay? So, let's do it. So, you have 3 over 5 times 6. Okay? Is this equal to? So, I'm going to put a question mark first. Kasi, hindi pa tayo sure kung equal talaga sila. Okay? So, question mark muna. Okay? 2 over 3 times 6 plus 2. Alright? Let's continue. Okay? Pwede na kayo mag-simplify. Kagaya nito, 3 at saka 6. Diba? Pwedeng mag-cancel. Ito magiging 2. So, magiging ano yan? 1 over 10. Okay? 1 na lang sa taas. Okay? And then, 5 times 2 sa baba. Okay? Is this equal to? So, question mark pa rin. Okay? 2 over, what is 3 times 6? You will get 18. Ito ay 18. Kita nyo? Plus 2, you will get 20. Okay? And what is the lowest term or simplest form of 2 over 20? It is 1 over 10. At yun, equal na sila. So, this is the time that we put a check mark. Alright? Okay, so this is the first method, the cross multiplication method. Okay, let me teach you the second method on how to solve this rational equation. Okay, so this is the second method. Okay, on how to solve this rational equation. Okay, actually, itong second method na ito, ginagamit ito sa kahit anong itsura ng rational equation. Ito yung legit na method on how to solve rational equations. Let me call it the LCD method. Okay? So, LCD method because we're going to get the least common denominator. Okay? And then, we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. To get the LCD, all you have to do is to look at the denominators. Okay? You have 5x and 3x plus 2. Okay? Kapag napansin nyo na wala naman silang common factor, okay? Wala, right? Kasi ang 5x, it's 5 times x. Okay? Ang factors niya, 5 at saka x. Okay? Ang 3x plus 2, it is simply 3x plus 2 times 1. Yeah? So, wala silang common factor. Kapag walang common factor, okay, ang LCD is simply the product of 5x and 3x plus 2. Okay, ito lang yon. Let me write. Okay, here. The LCD is 5x times 3x plus 2. Okay? Kapag walang common factor. Later on, I'm going to show you how to get the LCD kapag may mga common factors na. Alright? Okay, so this is how we use the LCD to solve for x in this rational equation. Okay? So, ito yung nasa one side. You have 3 over 5x. We're going to multiply this by the LCD. So, that's 5x times 3x plus 2. Okay? Ganon din ang gagawin natin sa kabilang side. Sa kabilang side, we have 2 over 3x plus 2. Okay? We multiply this by the LCD, which is 5x times 3x plus 2. Alright? Okay. Ngayon, di ba ito yung LCD? Okay? I-distribute natin siya dito. Okay? I-multiply natin siya dyan. Alright? So, what do you notice? Magka-cancel yung 5x. Yeah? Ang matitira, 3x plus 2 times 3. Okay? Or pwedeng ganito, 3 times 3x plus 2. Okay? Equals, dito naman sa kabilang side, kapag minultiply natin ito, itong LCD, dito sa loob, yeah? Anong mangyayari? Magka-cancel out naman yung 3x plus 2. So, ang matitira, 2 times 5x. So, we distribute here, okay? What do we get? We will get 9x plus 6, okay, equals 10x. And then, we collect terms with x on one side, tapos yung walang x on the other side. Okay? Sabi ko sa inyo kanina, ang ginagawa ko, hinahanap ko kung nasaan yung mas malaki or pinakamalaking coefficient ni x. So, kanina, dun tayo sa side ng 10x. Diba? Ngayon, ipapakita ko naman sa inyo, paano kapag dun sa other side natin kinulek. What do I mean by that? Dito, magsistay si 9x dito, si 10x ang ililipat ko dito. So, magiging negative 10x. Alright? Tapos itong positive 6, ililipat ko naman sa kabila. So, that's negative 6. Okay? And then, anong meron tayo? What is 9x minus 10x? What do you get? Dito na lang. Okay? You will get negative x. So, negative x is equal to negative 6. We're not yet done because ang coefficient ni x ay negative. So, we have to divide both sides by negative 1. Okay? Doing that, we are going to get x equals positive 6. Okay? So, syempre, kapareho lang nakuha nating sagot kanina. Okay? And then, after getting the value of x, okay, you have to check kapag ni-require sa inyo yung checking. Alright? Okay, let's have another example. Okay, so this is the second example. Okay, first thing first, tingnan muna lahat ng denominators and then make sure hindi sila mag-equal sa 0. Asa na mga denominators? Okay, eto, 6x squared, okay, 3x squared, at saka x. Okay? Lahat sila bawal mag-0. Okay? Sige nga, for what value or values of x magzi-0 ang denominator? Okay? Do you agree? Ano? X should not be equal to 0. Yun lang. Okay? Sa value lang ng x equals 0, magzi-0 yung mga denominator. For this number, notice that yung cross multiplication ay hindi na applicable. Hindi na natin pwedeng gamitin ang cross multiplication right away. Why? Because dito sa side na ito, you have two rational expressions. Okay? Para magamit ang cross multiplication, dapat tag-isang rational expression lamang. Okay? So, ang gagamitin na lang natin dito is the LCD method. We're going to get the LCD and we multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. Paano ba maghanap ng LCD? Okay, eto na. Meron na tayo ditong denominators kung saan may mga common factors. Okay? I will teach you one efficient method on how to get the LCD. Okay? Ang ibig ko sabihin ng efficient, 100% makukuha nyo ang tamang LCD. nakita nyo dito, nilist down ko lahat ng denominators. Okay? We have 6x squared, 3x squared, at saka x. Ngayon, if-factor natin sila. Prime factorization. Okay? Yung 6, 3 times 2 or 2 times 3. Yeah? Tapos yung x squared, x times x. Okay? Yung 3x squared, kapag may kapareho na, itatapat nyo. Alright? Tapos yung x squared, x times x. So may kapareho naman siya, so itatapat natin siya dito sa kapwa x niya. Alright? Okay, and then the last denominator is x. Isa lang siya, so x lang yon. Itatapat ko lang siya dito sa isang x dito. Okay, this is how we get the LCD. Ang LCD ay, i-bring down ninyo lahat ng column. Okay, what do I mean by that? Kunyari ito, column nito for 2. So, ibababa natin. So, meron tayong 2. Okay, next, ibababa natin to. Okay, so this one is for column 3. Okay, ito naman, para sa isang x. Ito, okay, para dun sa isa pang x. And then, we get the product. So, what is 2 times 3? 6. 6 times x, 6x. Times x, you will get 6x squared. Ito ang LCD. Okay? Yan ang i-multiply natin to both sides of the equation. Let's do that. 1 over 6x squared. I-multiply ko ito by the LCD. So, the LCD is 6x squared. Okay? Equals. So, ito yung nasa other side. You have 1 over 3x squared minus 1 over x. I will multiply this by the LCD, which is 6x squared. Okay? Kung gusto niyo lagyan ng parenthesis, okay lang. Okay? So, if we multiply this LCD here, anong mangyayari? Magka-cancel out. Kita nyo? So, 1 na lang dito sa side na ito. Okay? So, other side, kapag ito, minultiply ko dito, anong magka-cancel? Magka-cancel yung x squared. Yeah? Tapos yung 6 at saka 3 magka-cancel din. Ito magiging 1. Ito magiging 2. Okay? So, 2 na lang ang natira. Okay? Kita nyo? Okay. Tapos, kapag itong 6x squared, dinistribute ko naman dito, nakita nyo? Anong mangyayari? Itong x na to magka-cancel with 1x here. So, ang matitira ay 6x. Okay? So, ganyan na lang kasimple. Alright? Okay, so, again, we have a linear equation. I-isolate ninyo yung may x at yung mga walang x doon naman sa kabilang side. So, it's up to you kung saang side niyo gusto ilagay si x. Okay? Kunyari, iniwan nyo na lang si x dito. Negative 6x yan. Etong 2, ito yung ililipat natin sa kabila. Pwede yon. So, here we have 1 minus 2. Okay? What is 1 minus 2? Negative 1. Okay? Equals negative 6x. Okay? To finally get x, you divide both sides by negative 6. Okay? So, what do you get? You will get, what is the value of x? Positive 1 over 6. Okay? Sure ba tayo na okay to? Hindi to extraneous solution? Yes. Kahit hindi pa tayo nag-check, wala pa tayong checking na ginagawa, tama yan. Kasi ano bang bawal na value ng x? Ito lang, oh. X cannot be 0. Pero dito, sige, let's do the checking. Okay, at x equals 1 over 6. Okay, so let's do it. Isa-substitute sa original equation. Okay, so we are going to have 1 over 6 times, what is x? 1 over 6, tapos naka-square. Okay, is this equal to? Lalagyan ko muna ng question mark kasi hindi pa tayo sure kung equal nga sila. 1 over 3 times 1 over 6, okay, squared, minus 1 over, what is x again? 1/6. Okay? So let's simplify. So we have 1 over, this is 6 times 1 over 36. Yeah? This one, this is really equal to the other side, so may question mark pa rin. 1 over 3 times 1 over 36. Okay? Kasi ni-raise natin sa 2. Minus, ito 1 divided by a fraction. Di ba ganito yon? Copy the numerator times the reciprocal of the denominator. Ano ba yung denominator? 1/6. Anong reciprocal niyan? 6 over 1. Okay? Continue natin. So here, nakita nyo? Pwede kong i-cancel yan. Magiging 6 ito. Okay? Tapos ito, wala na. 1. Okay? So ano yung meron kayo sa ilalim? 1 over 6. Okay? So, again, what is 1 over 1 over 6? So you may do like copy the numerator times the reciprocal of the denominator, which is 6 over 1, like that. Okay? Is this really equal to? Okay, kita nyo to? Pwedeng mag-cancel yan. Okay? Ito magiging 1. Ito magiging 12. Okay? So you are going to have 1 over 12. What is 1 divided by 1/12? Diba? Ganito lang yon. Copy the numerator, which is 1, times, anong reciprocal ng 1 over 12? Di 12 over 1. Okay? Minus, how do you simplify this? This is only 6. Okay? Simplifying further, ito ay 6 na lamang. Yeah? Okay? Sige, question mark pa rin. Ito naman ay magiging 12 na lamang minus 6. Nakikita nyo na? What is 12 minus 6? 6. At yun, pareho na sila. Alright? So that's how you do the checking. Okay, so I solved some rational equations found in your module. Okay, so let me discuss this as fast as we can. Okay, so yan, may leveling pa. So level 1, so here we have, we have one rational expression on one side and one rational expression on the other side. So here I cross multiply. Okay, so you do the math. Okay, and then you will get x equals 5. Okay, ginawa ko rin yung checking. Okay, why I write x not equal to -1 here? So nakita nyo ba to? X should not be equal to -1. Saan ang galing yan? Kasi tingnan ninyo yung mga denominator dito. Okay, you have x plus 1 at saka 3. Okay? Diba sabi ko sa inyo, bawal mag 0. If you compute, x should not be equal to -1. Okay, yung 3, it can never be 0 because 3 is not 0, right? Okay. Etong second example, ganun pa rin. Okay? Etong 2x plus 3, you can consider this as a rational expression kasi pwede mong lagyan ng over 1 sa ilalim. Okay? Tapos sa other side, x over 4. So, tag-isa lang ulit na rational expression. So, that's why I cross multiply. Okay? And then you do the math here, do your algebra, you will get x equals -12 over 7. And when we do the checking, mag-equal naman sila. Okay, next number. Okay, so here, hindi ko na ginamit ang cross multiplication because as you can see, meron ng dalawang rational expressions on this side. Okay, so anong ginawa natin? We multiply both sides by the LCD. And what is the LCD? 3x. Okay? So ito siya. Yung 3x, multiply ko dito. Okay? Nag-cancel yung x, so you only have 3 times 4, so that's why you get 12 here. Okay? Ilalagay ulit dito, i-distribute. Okay, magka-cancel ang 3x, you're going to get 1. Sa other side naman, 9 times 3x, you will get 27x. Okay? You do the math. Okay? Tapos, nandito rin yung checking. Okay, so for this number, hindi ulit cross multiplication. Okay? So, I multiplied both sides of the equation by the LCD again. And what is the LCD? It is x times x minus 2. Ito. Okay? Tapos, i-distribute lang natin sa loob. Okay? Dito. Okay? Same here on this side. Alright? Tapos, you try to simplify and you're going to get x equals negative 8. O bakit pwede ang x equals negative 8? Kunyari, hindi pa tayo nag-checking. Kasi sabi ko dito, x should not be equal to 0 at 2. Okay? Babalikan nyo lang yung tinuro ko sa inyo kanina, paano nakukuha yan. Okay? Titingnan nyo lang yung mga denominators, tapos denominators should not be equal to 0. Alright? And please do not forget the checking. Okay? Especially if it's required. Alright? Okay. What about this number? Okay? Tingnan nyo ang denominator. Okay? Ito. Okay? Yung x squared minus x can be factored as x times x minus 1. Okay? Kaya itong denominator dito, pwede mong palitan as x times x minus 1. Okay? Kaya ang LCD ay x times x minus 1. If you want to check, okay, gamitin natin yung method na tinuro ko sa inyo. Di ba ito yung unang denominator, x squared minus x? Ano yung pangalawang denominator? X minus 1. How do you factor that? It is only 1 times x minus 1. Hindi na natin susulat yung 1, ha? Okay, so ang factor lang niya ay x minus 1 times 1. So ang 1 hindi natin susulat. Okay, and then, para mahanap ang LCD, i-bring down lang natin. I-bring down natin itong column for x. Okay? I-bring down natin itong column for x minus 1. Kaya ang LCD, x times x minus 1. Ito mismo yon. Here, at saka ito. Okay? Tapos, i-multiply lang natin siya doon sa loob. Okay? Ito rin. I-multiply natin. Okay? Tapos, ito na agad ang makukuha natin. X equals 2. Okay? Pwede yan. Bakit? Without checking, kasi sabi natin dito sa simula pa lang, x should not be equal to 0 and 1. Yan lang ang mga bawal na values ng x. Okay? And then, finally, for this number, okay, you multiply again both sides by the LCD. What is the LCD? Okay, 5x squared. Ito. Okay? Again, if you want to check, paano ulit yung method natin? Ulitin natin para masanay kayo. Ang unang denominator ay x, pangalawang denominator ay x squared, yung pangatlo ay 5x squared. Ang factors ng x ay x times 1. So, hindi ko na isusulat yung 1. What about x squared? E di x times x, right? What about 5x squared? 5, okay? Gagawa ako ng panibagong column kasi wala namang 5 dito, okay? Times x times x. So, ina-align ko lang kapag may kapareho, okay? So, therefore, ano ang LCD? Okay? You have x, okay? Bring down nyo tong column na to. Bring down din tong column na to. So, you have x again. And then, bring down this column. You will have 5. You get the product, x times x, x squared, times 5, you will get 5x squared. So, that is the LCD. Okay? So, ganun pa rin, multiply. So, it's a matter of practice. So, try to solve as many rational equations as you can. Okay? Para mas masanay kayo. Alright? Okay? And then doing your algebra, you will get x equals negative 1/5. Okay? Pwede yan without checking kasi ang bawal lang namang value ay 0. Yan lang ang magpapa-0 sa denominator. Okay? Pero yun nga, required ang checking. So that's why meron tayo dito. Alright? Okay. So here, nakita nyo may level 3 pa. Okay? So if you want me to answer this level 3, okay, just comment down below. Alright? So I think that's it. I hope you learned something from this video. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video to your friends, and please do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Alright? See you on my next video.